Is your character not as agile as you would like?
Karluk looks at Euphemia and says, I really wish he would have missed, and then just falls over.
Is DM's grace in short supply?
Oh, and the candles go out
Yeah.
on the Minotaur's horns.
Is compassion not your character's strong suit?
Minotaur more like beef or more like cannibalism? I'm asking for a friend.
Is persuasion your dump stat?
Be prepared for a caster. Please do not move on their own.
There's no caster here.
Listen long enough, and you too might learn how to roleplay 8 charisma.
Hey, welcome back. It's time we're in the middle of combat. I'm even going to introduce this thing. There's too much action. There's too much adventure. I will say, no, I won't. I'll say it later. Let's go right to the summary. Someone was scorched at least 3 times. I believe it was Thrall. John, it's up to you. You got to do the summary.
Well, first of all, I'm understanding that we broke a record, according to Guinness World Record, that it took we managed to play an entire hour that was 6 seconds within the game. So that's impressive right there. But what happened is we were in the middle of this castle, Cragmar Castle, where we've been what seems like for 17 episodes now. And we were fighting our way we had just burst into the major room at the end of the last session before this one, and had wailed into this dark elf or drow that we thought was the Black Spider. And we knew we had given ourselves away to some other people in the keep or the castle, which turned out to be true as we were. So the rest of the group charged into the room, and we closed the door behind them. So that was Ulrich, Euphemia, Karluk, and Pyric all burst into the room, and we closed the door behind him. And so the Shadow Child and I were going to hold the hallway. The Shadow Child did his thing, burst into the room, shadowed up, then burst into the barracks where the hobgoblins were, threw the bar off the door, and then stood next to the door, and which then attracted the owlbear. So the owlbear's hanging out with him, and the hobgoblins then all jumped the dwarven druid in the hallway, and which is me, Thrall, and I got lit up by spells and attacked by goblins, and so then I managed to turn into a spider and throw up a fog cloud, and you can't tell, but I've got all 8 legs with the little fingers crossed that I'm going to survive this battle. And then meanwhile, that's all the bad stuff. The good stuff is happening in the tower. So in the actual room where our kin is, the party managed to, so with Euphemia bursting in and Cowlick, they managed to finish off the drow, who then turned into some creature called an ooh, which I've never heard of in my D&D playing time, but it's this, I thought it was going to be a doppelganger.
Look at Russ over there grinning.
It was something called an ooh, and the ooh hit the floor, and it does appear to be dead. And then Pyric came in and called the lightning bolt of all lightning bolts and lit up and instant killed the Devastator / spellcasting hobgoblin that was in the room. But he cast it at such a fury that he actually blew the power in his own household. And he was lost to us for the rest of that's why our episode was only an hour long. So while Pyric was gone, we decided to try to finish up the round. So last in the round was the good Ulrich, and Ulrich he's been kind of threatening the bugbear leader that is apparently the leader of this castle, and he's rolled really well twice. So this bugbear should be pooping himself. But Karluk came in and made some sort of he said some things that I guess were threatening or teed off the bugbear. I'm not sure. But the bugbear then, after all these awesome rolls that Joe made, the bugbear had to make a roll to see what he was going to do. And instead of standing down in the face of the odds that he was facing that he cannot overcome, he decided to attack. But he feebly attacked and whiffed. And so that is where we stand now. So basically, Joe was unable to role play through the dice, Seppi. So
Aww.
I know, huh?
There
You
you
tried.
Joe, it was like I was here in spirit. Thank you, Joe.
You would appreciate
All for you. All for you. I want to make you
Yeah,
proud.
you would appreciate Pyric would have appreciated this had you been there to control him. Instead of attacking, he went over and healed one of his own kin. So
Oh.
yeah.
I laid on hands on one of the guys in the wall to keep him from dying.
So yeah, so he
And
did, and
stepped
he
up
healed,
to
so
protect
he healed his
you
his
and-
brother over his cousin, because who wouldn't?
And I stepped up to protect Euphemia and Pyrrhic from the bugbear in case he decides to swing. And he swung at me and missed.
So as far as I know,
like a blind man in an orgy, we're just going to have to feel our way through the rest of the battle. Let's go.
Oh my goodness. All right. So yes, excellent summary, John. Take a point of inspiration.
I don't need a point, but if everybody has it, I will take a point of healing because I might need that.
There you go.
Does everybody have inspiration though?
Let me check. I tend to use that stuff because
Raise your hand if you don't have inspiration.
Oh, I have one.
All right, I'm gonna heal then.
All right. Excellent. So as John pointed out, there are really 3 mini theaters of battle inside the tower. Things seem to be going quite well against a bugbear who is too dumb for his own good, and the decapitated creature that makes you say ooh. Meanwhile, the second theater of battle is right outside the door. Defending the door, just casting a fog cloud, is Thrall the druid on the ceiling as a spider. Cloud of fog up there, staring down no less than what looks like 5 bugbears.
Question.
A hobgoblin, sorry.
I
Yes.
have a question.
Yes.
So he cast the cloud
Yeah.
when he was a dwarf on the ground, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And then he turned into a spider and flipped onto the ceiling.
Correct.
It's a shame that Thrall is so annoying so often because that's brilliant. That is just good play.
Yeah, it seems unlikely
I was
that
like,
Yeah, it
that's
seems unlikely.
really something.
Yeah. It seems unlikely the hobgoblins will know where he went. Now, meanwhile,
The sadness of all that, Seppi, was nobody saw it.
No, not even the hobgoblin.
I saw it in my heart, John. I am nothing but the
The only
most
thing
love
your
for
guy's
you.
going to see is when the spell is dissipated, you're going to see that little curled up spider on the floor.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't let Euphemia see that. Let's protect her.
Well,
from
she'll be
that.
happy because I'll be dead.
so yeah. So meanwhile, so he is outnumbered, but he's got a pretty smart tactical situation. Meanwhile, in an equally great tactical situation just to the south is Shadeen, who's also managed to cloak himself in perfect darkness and is just, really right next to him is this massive owlbear who's sort of sniffing and is really, really like kind of next to your left ear, Shadeen. And then he's kind of next to your right, is big, massive, and he takes a claw at you, but he just missed. And now it's your turn, Shadeen. What do you want to do?
I just want it known that I was ceding the owlbear some extra time. I wanted it to be fair. Okay.
Oh, he's ready.
So I'm going to start heading north and leave the owlbear to his misery because it's dark. Right?
Yes.
I
Yes.
can do that. So that's
Yes.
2.
Yep.
Am I good? Should I tell you where I want to move so that I'm not?
Now you have perfect sight in the darkness, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so stop there for a moment because you notice something as you squeeze through this like rubbly area, and Shadeen is moving between these narrow rubbly cracks, but he can see perfectly in this darkness that his own will has created, apparently. And as he leaves the owl bear behind, who is sniffing but not quite detecting him, and he crawls over these rocks into this other room, he realizes that he's closing in on 3, or is it 4, suddenly very confused. No, I'm sorry. It's 3 very confused goblins who moments ago could see fine, but now they can't. And there's also this giant tentacle creature, which is right behind them, also kind of looking around toward you. And I'm gonna show you where those hobgoblins are, Craig. I'm sorry.
Are you aware that your screen's not sharing?
I did just share it. What happened?
You weren't sharing it. I think you turned it off.
It bounced back out.
Yeah.
Right. I had some issue with Zoom for a second, so I don't know.
All right, Craig. So you see this situation. Now, the
Yeah.
one you want to probably have described, the one goblin is looking pretty tricked out compared to the other two goblins. But this third thing is sort of like if you had the beak of an octopus, like the big octopus beak, and then like 4 octopus like tentacles, but instead of a giant bulb behind it, it's just sort of like this sort of floppy little head situation. That's what you got. And it's kind of
That's what you got.
It's kind of coming along, but it also looks a little confused by this sudden darkness situation. So you're seeing that. And Craig, can you see those 4 tokens on the screen there?
I can.
All right. So they're right in front of you. And then I don't know if you need to be reminded, but also right behind you, giant owlbear smelling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So I was 10 feet.
Yeah. You got plenty of movement left.
Where are you going?
Thought I was supposed to head this way. No.
There's a door up to the
He's on his own.
All right. So Craig, now you're in a situation where there is no path forward without bumping it, without being blocked by a goblin.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh.
And no one, just to be clear, absolutely no one knows where you are right now or can see you.
No, I don't even know where I am.
Right. You're lost in the maze that is Cragmaw Castle.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna breathe on them.
Oh, a brilliant move. Why don't you describe? I'm not sure, our listeners have really seen your breath weapon in action, have they?
No, well, I haven't either. So
yeah, let's see what this does. This is great. Why don't you go ahead and describe that?
Okay, well, I'm going to move my hands so that my arms are out to my side, and I open my mouth wide so my head will actually my human
the hat.
head.
If you're not following the video right now, the hat is
right.
Yeah, right.
Something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And clouds of poisonous vapor will be leaking from my nostrils right there.
Right.
But also from the corners of my mouth. It's sort of green the way I see it. And then as I'm sucking in a really big inhalation, and I imagine they're very confused. It's dark. They don't know what's going on. And I'm just gonna halitosis all over them.
Halitosis. All right, Craig, take a point of inspiration for that description.
I already got one.
It's a particularly good description because it would be really intimidating if they could see you, but they can't because it's just complete darkness.
Well, that's the point, really.
That's the brilliance, really.
I'm doing it for the universe.
Now,
Give it to John to heal. Give it to John to heal.
What's the area of effect on this thing?
Each creature 15 feet.
All right, so and it's kind of a cone though, so you can't quite from where you're standing, you can't get all of them, so you can either get 2 goblins and the tentacle creature.
Could I back up here and get them all?
You know what? Sure. Yeah, fine. Yeah, that sounds good. All right. Yeah. All right. What does it do for damage? Is there a saving throw involved here? How does this work?
Yeah, the saving throw is 8 plus 3 plus 2, so it's 13.
DC 13. And what kind of save is it? Dex?
It is. I lost it. It's Constitution.
Oh, Constitution. That's a shame. If it was Dex, I was going to give them disadvantage because they can't see. But Constitution is just the sheer.
Yeah, no, it's poison. It's all poisony.
So first guy goes for his save here. And they always give him advantage. I hate that. First guy goes for his save. We won't count that roll. What'd you say? 13? He makes it. So you take half damage? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And how much is half damage, Craig?
It's 2d6.
All right.
So
that's going to be 4. All right. He's still up. So Craig rolled an 8. The second guy also goes for his Constitution save. I got to turn that off. I hate that it rolls advantage. Oh, he gets a nat 20. I'm going to say he's unaffected completely. He's like,
Okay.
That feels fair because we just gave a critical to Seppi last time for failing a save. All right. This other guy over here, he's going to also make his save. He does not make it, so he takes the full 8. He drops dead, Craig.
Oh,
sorry.
I don't roll for everyone.
I was going to use the one roll for everybody if that's
okay.
Cool. He drops dead.
Fine.
And then last but not least is this dude. And that's just to speed things along, honestly. He's got to make his Constitution save also. And is that a 3? Looks like.
Yes.
Looks like a 16.
16. Sorry.
A 16. Oh, he's fine. He'll take half as well. So he takes 4 also. So the good news is, Craig, the first guy that you hit who made his save, even though he made it, he's bloodied. The tentacle creature, though, he seems like whatevs.
All right.
Are you done for the turn there?
Let me just check one more thing, if you'd be so kind.
Oh, yeah. No rush here. It's not like you're lost in the castle in the dark, right?
No. I think I'm on my own, right? So
yeah, you're totally good. It's fine.
I will be calling down the Hex Blade's curse on the tentacle thing.
Oh, can you do that as an additional action?
Yeah, I believe it's a bonus act. Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Oh,
it is a bonus action.
Yeah.
What does that do?
Choose one creature I can see within 30 feet. They are cursed for a minute. The curse ends if it dies, I die, or I'm incapacitated. Until it ends, I get bonus damage rolls against the target. The bonus equals my proficiency bonus. Any attack roll made against the cursed target is a critical on a 19 or a 20. And if it dies, I gain hit points equal to my warlock level plus my charisma modifier.
Oh, nice.
Pretty good.
All right. He looks he's got a little curse on him. He's got a little
how often can you do that, Craig?
Craig, I'm gonna text you something.
I think once per short rest, I think.
Oh.
Short or long rest, yeah.
Craig, I'm texting you a message.
You're texting me a message. Uh-oh. That can't be good.
There you go. Okay. You just got a little mental note there. Anything else? Are you good?
No, I'm good.
All right. Okay. So now we got a situation here. It's one of the hobgoblins' turn. So this hobgoblin, he's in a fog, and I don't mean a mental fog. I mean, he's literally in a fog. And he's going to try to make a perception check here to see if he has any clue what the hell is going on right now. He rolls a natural 18. So he actually does figure a few things out. He's going to make a reasonably smart play here. So he is going to he steps forward with his weapon out. So spider thrall, you can see what, 20 feet, John, with blind sight?
He doesn't have blind sight. You talking about me?
You're spider.
Oh, I have 10 feet blind sight.
10 feet. Okay, perfect. So just at the edge of your blind sight, you see this one guy advance with his weapon drawn, kind of trying to find the druid that was there a minute ago. And he steps forward again and he grabs the door and he opens it. All right. So he opens the door. So the door is now open, which means the fog now floods into the room. And so the fog is now where it is on the map. All right. Now I don't think his plan was to flood the room with fog, but he was trying to get to his helpers here. So then he's going to try to step in and he's going to bump into Pyric. So Pyric, you feel this guy. Pyric, you're standing there. All of a sudden this fog comes into the room and you feel someone, a little furry, actually, kind of big beard, and he kind of bumps into you, from behind.
That would not be the first time that's happened to me.
Right. And honestly, why don't you go ahead and make a perception check, Seppi? If you do,
he's a lot taller than I am. So
well, it's a DC 10. It's a DC 10.
Well,
it's an easy one, right?
Yeah, well,
it's an easy one.
Theoretically it is, but remember, I had closed the door.
You can screw up. You're in the middle of combat. There's confusion. There's fog everywhere. There's a decapitated over there on the floor. I mean, you could be forgiven to think that the dwarf who was just guarding the door behind you isn't the guy that has bumped you in the back.
That's totally true there.
So, but it's just DC 10 because he is bigger. He's not really the same shape. He's not wearing the same armor. It should be a pretty easy get. DC 10, right?
This is kind of awkward, but I have to remind you that I had closed the door with my keister at the end of the last session.
Yeah.
So he pushed the door open. So he bumped me with the door.
No, the door opens outward, though.
But then how did I close it with my butt?
Sorry, I didn't. I missed that part.
That was creative.
I just thought you grabbed the door. I didn't catch that part.
With my that's racy.
Go back and listen to it.
Okay, then.
I missed the butt line.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad as a dungeon master.
That's okay then.
That was clever, though. I will give you that.
Yeah, no, that's
well. Then
that's fine.
okay. Well, if we make the door open inward, then it's a DC 15 to not think it's Thrall.
Okay, then.
Well, why don't we just go with DC 10? And we'll worry about the door direction. You're getting bumped by something.
I'm getting bumped by something, and
the question is: do you feel like you should try to stop it, or do you feel like it's Thrall coming in to help?
No, Thrall told me to keep the door barred, so that was the deal. And I'm not that particularly strong. And he would have said something. All right, so DC 10, wisdom, intelligence.
Perception.
Perception,
which is wisdom.
All right, let's do it. All right, I did a 15.
Yeah, you immediately feel like this guy's. Yeah, let's go back to. I want to keep it consistent. So we said the door swung in. So he starts to push it open. You immediately realize maybe the growl he admits because you're resisting the door a little bit. So we're going to have an opposed strength check here, Seppi, to see if you can keep him from pushing the door.
My strength. I hear the growl and I understand. Yeah. And I'm very fluent in Hobgoblin, especially after the last column. Yeah. The last encounter.
Yeah.
And I say, as he starts pushing in the door, and I think it's a Hobgoblin, we must keep this door closed in Hobgoblin because that's what they think.
Make a deception check with advantage because you're using his native tongue.
I do that. Let's do that. So it is deception, not my strength, but there you go. I'm always constantly trying to role play through dice.
There you go. Woo! Is that a 17?
Yeah.
You get to roll another one though, or no, or you already did it. So you got to.
No, I got an advantage.
The
other one's a 3.
Yeah, and he only gets a 7. So he's like, whoa, and he closes the door back, and he's like standing there, and John, you see he goes to attention guarding the door now.
He's guarding the door. That's awesome.
That's brilliant.
Good job, Seppi.
Right.
Good work, man.
I am not smart. I know I am smart, but I am terrible with dice. Do not ask me to outstrength anyone. That would be horrible.
Euphemia, the room now has some fog in it though. So what are you gonna do? You're actually in the fog now.
Can I see or not see in fog?
You can't see while you're in the fog.
No, the door's closed now though, isn't it?
Yeah, but does the magical fog go away when you close the door, or does it stay there?
Because it only pours through openings, right?
Oh, through the center, right? Yeah, the fog's dispersing, so you're fine. Good catch.
Okay.
Well, that's up to you, but I would think it would.
No, I like it. It's kind of like magically coming out of the middle constantly. I'm with like a bubbling dry ice bowl situation.
Yes.
What I'm going to do, Russell, is keep my eye on the wolf.
Yeah.
I've got my I'm kneeling down in that little pose.
Alive, and he's definitely not happy about things.
I'm going to keep my eye on the wolf.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep my eye on the hobgoblin.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep my other eye, my third eye, on the ew.
Well, there is no hobgoblin, so.
He means the bugbear.
Bugbear.
Got it. Okay.
And if any of them, if one goes to attack me or my friends, the wolf, if the bugbear attacks anybody, I will shoot it with my bow. So I'm basically standing and aiming.
Yeah, you can't hold an action for multiple events though. You got to make.
I can't.
Covering the wolf.
He can hold an action that he shoots any enemy that moves.
That's true. But to be clear though, the bugbear already attacked Ulrich.
That is correct.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. It swung and it missed.
Yes, it did.
All right, I will shoot
me.
I will shoot the bugbear because
the bugbear. No,
nobody comes between me and Shield Brother. So switching to my character. Advantage.
That's not a bad thing, Rafe, because he might be more willing to talk again if you put an arrow in his chest.
Yep.
Never know.
Serious damage to him. So
25 hit.
Yeah.
25 does hit.
All right. I don't know if the damage is set right. So we're going to do 3d6.
Yeah.
And I can re-roll one that I want.
Ooh.
I'm going to re-roll the 1.
Yeah, so you're looking at 10 at the moment. It's a pretty good roll. Oh, 15.
15. Hold on, I got to add my bonus. 15 plus 4, 19 points of damage. I want to hit him right in the meat of that clavicle and the pectoral muscle.
All right, you get him in the chest. Yeah, he looks bad for him. He is, however, not bloodied, but it really hits home, and he looks really, really not happy. But he has this look in his eyes, like it's entirely like every bit of the situation, every bit of the pain he's feeling right now, the fact that his is decapitated on the floor, that his castle's being invaded. He looks with piercing daggers in his eyes, and it's clear with his gaze that he blames every ounce of this current situation on the Minotaur. And it's Karlik's turn.
Oh, I'll get to you, Bugbear Bill. Karlik is going to stare at the wolf and say, I'm feeling lucky. Time to kill a dire puppy.
Only he was a dire wolf.
Exactly. Double-handed swing with the sword.
All right.
Hits a AC 12.
Well, the wolf's armor class is not all that, but it is a 13. So the little puppy sidesteps you there.
No, don't you have the D4? Don't you have my bless on? Because I'm pretty sure you do.
Oh, you do have a blessing on there, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. The D4 to hit.
Well,
Go to the bless.
Oh, I got that hard on me. Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes. Thank you,
Blessing of Moradin.
How much damage do you do there?
12 damage to the dire.
12. Oh, yeah. You decapitate the wolf pup.
You feel it's gonna coming down. You're just about to miss. All of a sudden, something guides your sword cleanly through its skull.
I'm gonna then.
No! He's really mad at you now. Now there's extra daggers going on, Karlik.
All right, my sword will point at Bugbear Bill, and I'm gonna say, by hammer, lightning, and song, it's time to pay. For all the wrongs committed, we will leave your corpse here to decay.
Ooh, nice. Ooh, Karlik. Take a point of inspiration, Karlik, for that poem.
They're going to say today.
Sunday. Okay. Well played, Karlik. Do you want to move at all, Karlik?
No, it's hard to flank me right there. I'll just sit right there.
So, Seppi, did you notice that I'm asking everybody if their turn's over before I move on? I'm trying not to skip them. See, I've been getting a little sloppy on the skipping lately. So I'm just setting that up because now it's Pyrrhic's turn.
Whoa, it's my turn?
Yes.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
All righty, then.
They call that the Seppi rule.
Yeah.
It's the Seppi rule. That's right.
So how do you know if you need line of sight to an area to cast a spell?
Most
basically,
require it
unless it tells you don't need line of sight.
And one says, target a point you choose within range.
Yeah.
Would that
within
mean...
range means line of sight usually, unless there's a special rule that says you don't need to see it.
Okay. Unless you choose to see it. All right. Oh, that's bad. I did not mean to do that.
That was too bad because that got a 20.
Maybe I meant to do that.
No. That's like a die dropped on the floor.
All right. So we're going to reach into the bag of tricks because I know I said I was not going to use fire until there was no other choice.
Until round
two. Rattling off the arcane shorthand of the hobgoblin caster from last time, I manifest an arrow of pure acidic spite.
Ooh.
Raising it, it starts like a spear at the top of my staff, and then I point, and then it shoots out like a lance.
Oh, nice.
Okay, then.
Who are you shooting that with?
Well, we have to do... There's only one bad guy left in the room, right?
All right. I just like to check these things.
Okay, then.
All right.
So, can I shoot over Thrall?
Yeah.
Or can I shoot over Ulrich?
Yes.
Okay, then. Then that's what I will do.
We don't even look alike.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So it's time for me to throw dice. Is that what is happening?
Yes, it is.
I'm going to use my advantage to go and do. I'm going to use my inspiration. I'm going to use my inspiration.
Smart. You could hit the dwarf. You roll a 1 here. So.
Yeah, no, it's a thing that I do a lot, and then I'm going to roll. All right. So do I just click on the spell, or
you just roll the d20 and add your proficiency bonus?
All right, that's what I will do.
Yeah.
Another 20.
Here we go, and boom.
Oh, there it is. There's an 18.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say that's a hit, probably even that.
Yeah, no, I think that's like a 24. Or
so
something.
yeah, the lance-like acidic arrow finds its mark. How much damage does it do?
No, I've never done it before. So
we're going to find out.
And, at my age, I don't get to say that a lot about things. So I'm very excited about this new experience. The burning is kind of a surprise, though. Where are we? It will be on a hit. The target will take 4d4 acid damage immediately, and then 2d4 acid damage at the end of its next turn.
Oh, it's a lot of acid.
Yeah. That's the 70s flashback. Okay,
so
put
green on him there, so he's acidic.
Yeah, and is it just for the one turn?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, it used to be better, I think.
They kind of got rid of most persistent effects just to keep the game.
Yeah, it's 44 this turn and 2d4 next round.
Okay. Yep. Have some stuff.
Oh, there you go.
That's pretty good.
So 11 points of acid damage.
Yeah, it adds up to 11. So he's bloody now. That acid hits home. And he is got some acid burning on him. He's bloodied, and he's a little bit of a mess there.
Does that give him disadvantage for the burning effect, or what is the deal?
I don't, unless the spell says it gives him disadvantage, it does not.
Okay. I want to demoralize him. That's why I chose that.
I mean, he's definitely not feeling great. So he's looking, but again, he still has this look in his eye. Like even after you got him with that, he's still like, damn, that Minotaur, it's all his fault.
He doesn't like you.
Pyric, do you want to move at all, or are you done?
No. I'm gonna just bark back and more hobgoblin in through the door. Be careful that nobody escapes. Don't let them anyone in or out of this room. And that's what I'm gonna say.
All right. Okay. All right. And okay. So a couple things happen here.
Russ, can I use insight to see with advantage? Because I know Pyric, to see if that's Pyric yelling.
Sure. Yeah, because it is Hobgoblin. So you don't know what he's saying, right? Because you don't know Hobgoblin. Or do you know a Goblin, John?
No, sadly no.
Yeah, you don't know what he's saying. But you can try an insight check to see if you recognize your friend.
I got a 16.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You recognize he's trying to disguise his voice, but it's definitely Pyric. It's the kind of thing pirates.
Are you saying I speak Hobgoblin with an accent? Oh my!
Yeah, you sound like a Minnesotan Hobgoblin.
Once again, nobody can see it, but I smile a creepy spider smile.
All right,
I shiver.
So
a couple things
creepy. A couple things happen here. It's a small group of hobgoblins' turn, and
sadly they all go before me.
Yeah, and what you witness here is an act of military precision that is not often seen in the monster kingdom. But that would make sense because these aren't really monsters. These are actually clearly a highly evolved militaristic species that is doing some good. So the first thing you happen here is clearly these guys are working in some kind of unison. So you're not sure exactly what happens, John, but you're pretty sure Dispel Magic gets cast. And
so some of the guys held their action, but they can't hold their move, just so you know.
That's right. So the fog goes away because Dispel Magic level 3 or less, right? It's not level 3, is it?
No, it's only level 2. It was only level 1, actually.
So the fog goes away. That was his turn. And then this dude walks in, and
wasn't he before the caster?
He was, but but they've switched. So I've given they have the thing. So they've switched their initiative step, which they can do. So they've moved. I've enhanced these hobgoblins to be able to handle this many players. So this hobgoblin steps in front of the wizard, and he after the wizard casts a spell, and he assesses the situation. I'm going to make him make a perception check, though, because even though the fog's gone, he might not think to look up to the ceiling and see the spider. So that would be a pretty...
he also has to assume that the spider's a bad guy, right?
Well, he probably knows who most of the people live, but in any case, he rolls a 3. So he actually doesn't see the spider. So the good news is he doesn't know the spider's there. So for the rest of his action, he stands here and he gives a command, and all these other hobgoblins around him, the other two, sort of lock in. The door behind him is open, and the other two hobgoblins also are like clearly adopting a military stance and are preparing for battle. And that takes care of those 3 hobgoblins. And this hobgoblin also just kind of moved up. There we go. That's it. All right. And that is all of those hobgoblins. And now it is this guy's turn. He's got to make a perception check to see if he knows what's going on. So let's see. No, he doesn't know what's going on either. So let's see. He's going to advance in a random direction. Let's see. So that way. So Shadeen, you see the tentacle creature start to float through the curtain here and go south.
Interesting.
And he's gone. That was him. And this, it's his turn now. So he then, this guy also enters the room and he makes a perception check to see if he can notice the spider. And with a 12, John, make a stealth check for yourself on the ceiling. Thrall, are you making a stealth check?
Yep, I was just checking which was higher.
Cool.
12.
Oh, he rolled it. I don't think he has a bonus. Let me see. I think you're okay.
Also there, Russ, the bad guy is called the spider. It wouldn't be weird for the spider to have a spider, right?
That's probably true. In any case, John, these guys are all right below you. So Thrall, you're on the ceiling as a spider. Your fog is gone. But all the hobgoblins are standing in military tension, waiting for something to happen. But it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to use inspiration.
Yep.
To try to stealth along the ceiling out of this thing, because this is a friggin' death trap.
Right.
So you want me? I'm going to use my inspiration.
Yeah, go for it. So it's a stealth check. Where are you going, by the way? Can you give me a movement arrow?
I'm gonna. What my goal is to squeeze out of here and open the curtain so that the owlbear can see a tasty group of canned.
Oh, nice. You're going south.
I'm going to head south.
All right, fair enough.
Because at this point, I'm pretty sure that Shadow Child has abandoned us, and that Pyric was right about him being evil.
Oh!
Wow!
Oh!
Fused evil. What's the difference?
I know.
I like how I got threw right under the bus for that one. Oh, John, that's so classy. That's awesome.
I never met a Dragonborn before, but I don't know if I'm going to trust them anymore. So let's use I use my inspiration, so I have advantage, and I'm spider stealthing, so that's a little bit better than my normal stealth. It only rolled it once. Oh no, it did. It only rolled it once, which is weird. So that's 16. Oh, because it's a different sheet. That's why. So I got a 16 stealth check.
16. All right. Great. We'll see if they notice when it's their turn again. So
all right. So I'm going. So this is 1 for nothing. This is.
Oh, let me check because they'll get a free strike because they're within 5 of you, right?
If they can't see me, they don't get a free strike.
Yeah. Let me just make a perception check for you to see if they see.
Right.
Well, they never saw you, so you're fine. Go for it.
All right.
Yeah, go for it.
So it was 1 here.
Yep.
I'm not squeezing yet. Then 2, 3.
Yep.
And then 4, 5.
Yep.
And then I'm going to go up the wall 6, another 5 feet up the wall because I'm on.
All right. So you see around the corner, you can see the fur of a bugbear down there. By the way.
And the owlbear, you mean?
Yeah, owlbear. Yeah, sorry.
All right. And as my free interaction, I'm going to pull the curtain aside with one of my legs. Does it have rings on it that make noise?
No, it's just sort of like a cloth curtain with some holes cut into it. It's not a very high quality affair.
Can I just tear it down then?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I will tear it down and then I'm going to. How high is the wall in here?
All the walls are 10 feet high.
Oh, it's only 10 feet to the ceiling here too?
Yeah.
All right, well then I'm going to dash because why not along the wall because I can't attack. So I'm going to go. So that's. I had 1 more square left. No, I went up 1 square. So that's 1, 2, Can I open this door at all?
Where are you now? Down here?
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm sorry, I let go. I'm right here on the inside.
It's pitch black for you there. But the door's already open, actually. No, the door's not open.
I have blind sight, though. I don't care about pitch black.
Yeah, no, you can open it, but
the door's open?
Yeah, yep.
All right, so I'm going to stay along the walls.
So you see Shadeen there in the dark, in your 10-foot blind vision. And
Shadeen,
just at the outer range of it, you see a goblin.
Okay, he sees a spider too, so that's cool. All right,
Shadeen sees a spider, a giant spider, a pretty scary looking spider.
I'm going to wave my spidery arms like to follow me, and I'm going to keep. I'm crawling up. Is this still in the shadows here?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to be done there, like on the floor in the shadows.
All right.
I should be able to see farther than I am though. It's not letting me see.
Where do you think you are? Ping where you think you are.
Well, this is where I am.
No, but that's not floor where you are.
I'm sorry.
You're in solid wall. Down here's where you are.
All right. Well, then I will put myself. I'll end right here, but I'm on the wall
Got
wall.
it. Okay. Right, check. Okay. Excellent. It is now the owlbear's turn. The owlbear has to decide which way he's going to go. So he's going to make
Can I close that door with my leftover movement or no?
You can, but there's also an opening right here, which is where Shadeen went through.
Oh.
So
I didn't know there was an opening.
Yeah, so that's part of the problem. The owlbear could come through there too.
Let me introduce you to my side of the castle.
Can the owlbear fit through that opening?
Not really. He might be able to squat at you through there with this.
But it's also dark though, right?
Right. He'd have to detect you with his smell, with his keen sense of smell. But first he has to decide where he's going to go. So he's going to make an intelligence check. The closer food is you guys, so he'd have to make a dumb check to go after the hobgoblins.
My last thing I have to do in my turn, I forgot. Yep. I feel guilty for what I thought about Shadow Child as I show.
And I don't know that you thought that. So I'm just like, welcome, brother.
I'm like, yeah, what's up, bud? Dap.
Dap. All right. The owlbear makes a very bad intelligence check, which means he starts moving towards the farther away food instead of the closer food, which in this case is actually the hobgoblins. Workshop works pretty well for him because now he can see, thanks to the torn down curtain, the hobgoblins and starts to close in on the hobgoblins who are all like, whoa. And the owlbear moves 5, 10.
And I love it when a plan comes together.
I was just going to say, I think to Shadeen, just like we planned it.
So his speed is 40. So that was 5, 10, 15. But then he's going to start paying double move. 16, 17, he gets to here and he sort of squeezes in and he's able to squeeze right next to the hobgoblins. And none of you can see this anymore, but Pyric, you hear clang, clang, form up. And there's some kind of combat going on right on the other side of the door. All that language is in hobgoblin.
I told you to keep the door closed.
Only had a druid that could talk to
Let us in. No, keep the door down. Keep the door closed.
Let us in. All right. So there's combat happening. The owlbear is going to swing a few times. Let's just do this real quickly here. An approximation so it doesn't take all night. Owlbear goes. He makes 3 swings here. Let's see. Swing 1. Let's do 3 quick swings. See if they hit. And he's +7, so 10. Oh, actually, the 16 might hit. Let's see.
16 is when you add those all up together.
Well, he gets +7 each one of those.
He's +7 each one.
+7? Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, he doesn't. He clangs off the hobgoblins. They're defending themselves well in some tortoise formation situation in there.
Yeah, they got ridiculous armor.
Clang, 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 clang. So Ulrich, it's your turn, Ulrich. And even despite the fact that you're 5 foot away from the door, you can hear all kinds of loud shouting and roaring. Your brother must be doing a fine job over there.
I think to myself, I've never been prouder of him, but I'll never let him know.
There's a lot going on internally this adventure. There's everybody's dialogues are so rich.
I'm gonna step over on top of it with the you is. I look at the bugbear. I look back at Kyle and go, familiarity may breed contempt, but tonight I'm your huckleberry. And I'm going to use inspiration to hit him with my hammer.
All right. Here comes. He's dropping the hammer, people.
Hugh. And with the not advantage.
Is it a hammer or is your axe?
It's my axe. It's an axe, but it's the I'm using my inspiration, so advantage, right?
Fair enough. Yes, indeed.
In his mind, it's a hammer.
But it's Hugh the axe.
It's Hugh.
It's a good thing you used inspiration there. You got a 5 and a 19, though. The 19
yeah, but 25 to hit. I'm going to smite him as well while I'm doing this. So he's going to take from initially from my hit 8 points of slashing, and then an additional. Where is my? Oh, I think I lost it. All right, so I'm going to just do 2d8. So he's going to take 8 plus 4. So 12 points of damage, not anything impressive.
All right.
And that is it for now, for today.
That bites deep, and he staggers backward, still up, leaning against the wall, looking at you, and then back at the Minotaur, and then back at you, and then back at the Minotaur in utter frustration, and it's his turn.
And at the end of his turn, he gets 2d4 damage, don't forget.
And he is the asset at the end or the beginning? The
end.
All right. He is utterly, he's got so much disdain for the owlbear.
You say utterly?
Minotaur. Utterly upset. He takes out from his back, he's got a javelin back there, and he draws it, but he knows he's going to have disadvantage fighting against, but he doesn't care. He's doing stupid things, and he hucks his javelin at maximum strength at Karluk. Now he has disadvantage doing a range attack from next to combat, but he's going to do it anyway because he's just not feeling the love. And well, a 9 and a 9 and a 9.
Both 9s actually.
So that works out. He gets a 9. That's what his bonus is. I don't think he's going to hit Karluk with this. Plus only a 13. Karluk, did that hit?
Misses.
All right, the javelin slams into the wall, and then the acid bites deep. How much damage does he take?
2d4.
Yeah, Pyrrhic, roll that 2d4, would you?
Oh, I get to roll. Dice. 5 points.
And as he throws his javelin, the acid that was hit him right in the chest goes deeper, and his rib cage gets exposed, and he can see his beating heart stop as he collapses to the ground. Dead. Thump.
Euphemia, there's an arrow stuck in that beating heart too.
I shoot an arrow right into it.
All right. Okay. So
I killed another sentient life form.
Yeah, that did happen.
Yeah, for some
I'll get you a participation trophy there in the end.
For someone who doesn't like killing,
I don't like killing.
You're very good at it.
I don't like killing.
He's so very good at it.
Are you saying you love killing or you like killing?
So Shadeen, do you speak Goblin?
No.
And Thrall, you don't speak Goblin.
I only know the swear words.
So
I know Goblin.
The one Goblin in the dark, and Shadeen, you can see him well because you have full night. This darkness doesn't affect you, so you can see.
I have the eyes of a devil.
You have the eyes of the devil, and as you're looking at him with eyes of the devil, you can see that he's probably talked to his share of dark spirits because he's wearing these very ornate robes that are a little fancier than all the other goblins. The other goblins standing near you wear, and he says a couple things. He starts chanting, "My brothers, come to me. You are needed. We are all needed," and it starts echoing through the halls. Come to me. Come to me. And he goes, Grick, Grick, Grick. Come to me. Come to me. Grick, Grick, Grick. And Pyrrhic, make a perception check.
Okay, then. That means I have to roll dice. All right, then. Let's do this thing. All right. And I'm doing this, and we're doing perception check. And I got it. And
you guys must have all been in the bathroom when I scouted this place out. I don't remember that guy.
Oh, that's not the worst.
All right. So, so you actually hear that chanting, even though you're on the other side of the door and quite a few feet away. It's just, you can hear this little, come to me, Grick and Goblin. Because the rest of the guys don't really understand it. And, so he's chanting this, and that's sort of his action. He's just sort of standing. You can't see.
Is my arcane, danger sense going off?
There's some form of like, well, let's see here. Let's take a look. Let me see. Why don't you make a little this would be a religion check for you.
Oh, that's good. I'm good at that too. All right then.
Craig, maybe you'll lose control if you cut him.
Oh, I got an 11.
Yeah, you're not really feeling you feel like it's some kind of religious situation. That's all you know.
boy.
Yeah. But it might be sort of like a call to prayer, maybe something in that ballpark, possibly.
I'm gonna let Ulrich know in Dwarven. No. Like Ulrich, have you spoke Goblin before? What other language? Normally, you and I speak Dwarven together.
I speak Dwarven and Goblin as well.
Okay, so I say in Goblin to Ulrich, the ritual has begun, brother.
We must feed my brother and cousin and get them out of here as quick as possible.
Okay. All right. So
I may as well say, and also I will guard the door, for a ship in a harbor is not what a ship is for. I am for defense. See if you can free them.
All right.
Okay.
And it is another round. Shadeen, as the man with the highest initiative, it is your turn. You just saw this little guy chanting away in front of you, and it's your go.
Okay. So I'm fighting the urge to follow the tentacle thing because I think that's like a foe worthy of my attention.
Yeah.
But this guy chanting is annoying me.
Okay.
And
I don't think you could follow him without running into that guy anyway.
No. Well, I don't know. I'm on a big pile of rubble, so who knows?
If you went around I don't know. Yeah.
Now, can I go here, or is that John?
You got a ping. I can't see what you're saying.
I'm on the wall, so you can go wherever you want.
Right
you can go there. Yeah. There's just a giant spider near you.
Okay.
Still creepy.
And I'm gonna let's go away. I'm gonna pull my battle axe, but while I'm pulling my battle axe, can I pull my battle axe and attack with it at the same time?
Yep.
Yes.
You can interact with an object as part of your movement.
That's
yeah.
Right.
So in that case, can I attack this? Is that the guy chanting?
Yes, it is. You could attack him. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I'm going to attack him.
You'll have advantage if he's in the dark.
And he is in the dark. You do have advantage.
Okay. So I am going to attack him with my battle axe that I'm using two-handed, and last time I rested, there was much caressing of the battle axe. Let's just put it that way. Okay. So I'm more proficient at it than I normally would be.
Oh, that's quite good.
So this is an attack at this would be +6.
Ooh.
You also have advantage.
That is a hit.
Twice.
What are the chances? Oh, that's +6 though, so that's 2 17s.
They both hit.
Okay. So this would be 1d10 +6 because everything else is invested in that squid tentacle-y guy. So let me so 11 points of damage.
Oh, he staggers back, and he's still up, but he's bloodied. He's barely standing. Come to me.
Is he still chanting? Oh, he's still chanting.
Is it a concentration thing, Russ, or no?
He's still chanting. No, it is not.
Okay.
It's just really good oration. All right. It's someone else's turn now. Okay. Yeah, we're in the middle of a desperate battle against an owl bear up here. So, yeah. So he's going to roll to hit real quick. Oh, yes, he does. And he does. Ooh. Just going to go D10. So, okay. So he's throwing D10 plus 2D6 in this owlbear. So here comes a D10. Owlbear takes 6. And then he does 2 more D6. Owlbear takes another 7. So the owlbear takes 13 points of damage.
Better the owlbear than me. Whew.
Right. All right. That was him. And Euphemia, you hear some clanging and slashing and grunting of owlbears out in the corridor. It's your turn.
Euphemia slings her bow, tucks her arrow back into her thigh quiver, asks Pyrrhic, are we going out that way?
And to quote an earlier episode, no, Euphemia, we are leaving.
Okay, I run up to Adric, who I would remember and recognize, and I want to unfree him. So is he shackled with manacles, chains, ropes?
He's shackled with metal manacle type things.
Okay, and as well as with the feet?
The feet are hanging above the bowl, and then there's this. Actually, Ulrich healed him, so there's this healed gash on his thigh and a tourniquet partly applied around his leg.
Okay, and who's the dwarf next to Adric? Do I know who that is?
So Gundren you've never met. So,
but we heard of Gundren.
You heard of Gundren, but you know of Adric.
Okay,
but you've heard the other dwarves say Gundren and Adric several times, so you presume they're both who they. But you remember Adric.
I say, Adric, so sorry to see you in this situation. Let me get you untied, and I loosen his tourniquet since the blood has stopped. Right.
Right. Yep.
And I will work to free the manacles, and I forget how that works in 5e.
Well, it's basically like a picking lock situation, which
sleight of hands.
Sleight of hands. Thank you.
Yeah, just use sleight of hands.
And because I have thieves' tools, what's that give me?
Well, you
can do it.
Yeah, it just means you're proficient in it, and you're proficient in sleight of hand. So it's dexterity. So just use your sleight of hands.
13.
It's not a complicated lock. You easily unclick it, and he looks like he's alive.
Well, maybe
but
you're
he's
not
so low on blood. He's barely conscious of what's happening.
Yeah.
What's your dex modifier?
4.
All right, so you should have a +6. You're not proficient in sleight of hands. So that should have been that's actually a 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't a very complicated.
So I've got to manually add that. Okay.
All right. So Adric is are you holding him up, sort of?
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure I kind of ease him down till he sits.
All right.
And I say also to Kalik, I say, Kalik, come help me. I can't hold him up.
So Euphemia, I'm going to move your model to where you are because I think you're down here now. All right. Okay. Anything else, Rafe? You good?
I'm good.
All right, Karlik, it's your turn. You just heard Euphemia do her thing. Yep.
All right. So Kalik's going to shout out. Well, not shout out. I'm just so everyone in this room can hear loud enough for that. The owlbear is fighting our war. I think we should just barricade this door. I will bonus action healing word on Gundren. Did you heal both of them, Joe?
I can only get one, so I only got one.
Okay, so I'll healing word Gundren then, and then I'm going to take the chair, I guess, and take it. Let me see. There's really no good way to wedge it. I guess I could move. Could I move Adric? Stand here and wedge the door, or no?
What's that other door that you were just by?
Oh, geez.
Yeah, there's a door you just left.
Oh, okay.
There's no sounds on the outside of that door.
Okay, I'll then barricade that door with a chair. I'll wedge it in place. And
that might go outside. We don't know.
Yeah, that's our escape.
I know we're
not going out that way. Let's go into the fray.
All right, excellent.
Can we fit out the windows? That's the other thing Kalik wants to look at.
The arrow slits are very narrow. I mean, the halfling might have a chance.
I can do it.
I think
the doors and the minotaur not so much.
Does the roof look good? Can we climb out?
The roof is solid. There's no way up and out.
What if I thunderwave something?
Or we just open the door, see what's through.
Always an option. Anything else, Karlik?
I guess I will. Can I crack open this door right here and try to peep out, see what I see?
Sure. Yeah. Do you have any night vision or anything?
I have cow vision.
Do you have your candles on your horns today?
Big cow eyes.
Well, is there light in this room because it would project into that room?
It peeps through a little bit. I was just wondering if you could see around.
I'll grab that brazier right there and pull it over.
All right. So you can peek in. I'm going to clear the door blocker for you here.
All right.
So basically, what you see is a room. It looks like it's a storage closet. There's some kegs of some old ale in here, or maybe mead. There's some food storage, but otherwise that's it. There is a big ruined wall, but unfortunately it goes all the way up to the ceiling and doesn't look like there's an easy way out.
course not.
Gotcha. We could try to dig out maybe, but that would take too long, you think?
You have spells or something, maybe. I don't know.
Like Thunderwave.
Might work.
And then it would alert everybody within 300 feet, of course.
I will report what I've seen. So there's no way to barricade that door with Pyrrhic or Euphemia and Adric where they are?
You'd have to move. You have to move them a little bit. They have to have some time. Pyrrhic's up next. If you want to coordinate with Pyrrhic,
it's going to be a hard fight out.
Yeah, I wanted a healing word. Yeah, I'll just that's good for me.
All right. Pyrrhic.
Okay. Is there a keyhole to this door that I could look through to make it line of sight for a spell or no?
No, there's no keyhole or lock on this door. It's just a straight up regular door. There's no bars or anything.
Okay.
You can try to peek out. You do get the sense the guy on the other side of the door might be distracted.
Okay. Gundren.
We did determine the door comes in now. We've determined that much. So you can peek it open. And...
I'm gonna grab I'm gonna grab this chair and bar up underneath the door until we get the victim's ambulatory. So that is going to be my goal. So I'm going to bar that door.
Okay. You got the chair jammed in there. You got a makeshift bar happening on the door. And it is another hobgoblin's turn. You hear, as you're barring the door, you hear some more orders being barked in Goblin, and 2 swings strike out. Sorry, someone have a question? No. Anyway, there's some swinging happening. Okay. Let me just check the armor class on this thing. Oh yeah, everybody's a winner. And he does 2d6 plus 2 twice, so he's going to do 4d6 plus 4.
Oh.
So it's 21. So the owlbear takes 21.
Oh.
But then he takes more than that, because then martial advantage kicks in for another 3d6.
I'd say we try digging out.
So, yeah, another 14 points of damage on. You don't know what's happening, but you hear the owlbear roar in agony, and it's gone from sounding very aggressive, like it has the upper hand, to utter and complete pain and maybe a hint of a little bit of a dog-like fear in a matter of less than 3 seconds facing down these hobgoblins. Speaking of hobgoblins, another one gets to go. And he also swings at the owlbear. And what did he get? Looks like a 17 or a 3. A 3. He actually will miss the owlbear even with all of his bonuses. So that's a miss. And moving on to the next guy. All right. So now he's got an interesting choice here. I think he would be hearing those things. So, all right, there's a little bit of movement back there, and okay, it is. Oh, so with all that chanting, Shadeen and the spider, you guys see the tentacle creature comes floating back in, and makes another perception check with disadvantage because it's dark. So, he knows nothing.
Maybe he attacks a goblin. That'd be cool.
Yeah, actually, that makes sense. He's going to swing at the nearest creature, which is this little guy right next to him. So, yeah, you see this thing lash out. You get to see what it can do. It makes... Okay, so its tentacles sweep out, and it rolls to hit the little goblin. And because he rolled a natural one, I'm going to say he doesn't need disadvantage. It's like rolling a natural 20 to see you. So he actually hits, and his tentacle does damage. Does 2d6 plus 2. So his tentacle hits, and 7, 8, 9, which basically decapitates the little goblin.
Kill stealer.
And the tentacle grabs his head as it comes off, and then stuffs it in its own beak and starts eating. All right, so he's done. And meanwhile, this guy is going to make a little flanking maneuver here. He slides down over here, and he also attacks and makes a swing here. He's going to hit and rolling damage. So we'll take a moment. He's going after also the bugbear, rolling the damage with his weapon, which is that. So, that's 11 points. And then with his bonuses, you guys hear a mighty roar, that can only come from a vital artery spurting blood, and then a thump, and there are no longer any owlbear sounds emanating from the other side of the door. Thrall, your clever distraction plan having been executed, it's now your turn.
That could have been Thrall. It worked well.
That could have been the spider.
I'm walking along the wall up at top of the ceiling. I'm on the wall now above the goblin, the chanter.
Yeah, the chanter, right.
And I'm going to attempt to bite his head off.
Okay, nice. All right.
I should have advantage because it's still dark, right?
You do have advantage, yeah, and you have blind sight, so you can see him. This is a neat combo with the two blind guys. Oh, nat 1. Good thing you have advantage.
I only get an 11, though, of the best roll.
I got a movie so I can click my guy.
Who has the other bless on him? It was Kyle, like myself. Is it you, Shadeen?
No.
11 will not hit, Johnny. Sidesteps.
All right. I will then, since he can't attack me, I will retreat and just hang on the ceiling.
All right. Okay.
That was unfortunate.
All right. Let's see. So, Shadeen, make a perception check. John, you can make one too.
A 15.
Excellent. All right. You hear tons of footsteps.
Oh, geez.
Coming through, and they're going so fast. The lead goblin actually rips down the curtain by mistake. So you can actually see through this southern curtain there. Can you see through okay? Greg, can you see through the curtain to the south there?
No.
Okay, well, it's okay.
Or a little bit. I mean, I see what looks like a stack of bad guys.
Yeah, there is. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goblins down there. Just came running out from a corridor down below there. And they're all chanting along, Grick, 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 as they come running along. And also in the way back, there's a little one with a chef's hat. And he's blue. And they're all running along, and they look like they're very upset, but they're also looking a bit confused. They go running into the darkness, and they're all sort of pausing for a second. But there's a lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them come running out into this madness. And you see all that happening, and then it's Ulrich's turn. Ulrich, meanwhile, back in the comm.
So first, I look at Kyle like, there's no way out there, is there?
No, it's blocked away, but we probably could hide back here, though, Ulrich.
Looking around, there was a stone my brother mentioned that glowed. Do I see that?
Ooh, nice. Make an investigation check.
Oh. Why you always got to pick on my low abilities? Investigation.
Or insight. Sorry, insight be it.
Oh, insight. Well, insight, that's actually better. That's okay.
Insight works too.
20.
All right. Nice. So, yes, you see sticking out of one hand of the creature that you can only describe every time you look at it, you just want to say, ooh.
I'm standing on him. Yep. Ew.
Yeah. He's there's a sort of a piece of rock or a stone shaped in a dwarven crest in his hand. And you're noticing it because standing next to it, it's glowing as it's near one of your feet. It's just glowing.
All right. I'm going to scoop that up and shove it in my pocket.
All right.
And then that's part of my move action, my interaction. And then I'm going to move here Actually, yeah, he's dead, right? So I can stand there.
Yeah.
I'm going to. Oh, he's already been healed. How's Gundren's? Is he? Can I take a swack with my axe and try and break the manacles?
You could. They're metal, so it'll be a bit of a rough, and you could damage your axe theoretically, although it's maybe a magical axe. But
it is magical, so
yeah,
I'm gonna take the chance.
All right, go for it.
And I don't know what I need to hit, so let's just roll it.
Yeah, let's roll. Let's see what happens. Just don't botch it.
All right. Yeah. How funny is that, huh? I got a 9 to hit.
Okay, you'll hit it, even though it's kind of a botch. I'll allow it. And then give me some damage.
And it's going to do 11 points of damage, slashing.
So yeah, there's like a clang and a ring, but you feel like you do pretty good damage to the link. Like one more hit like that, you probably can get it.
Okay. And then I'm going to finish my move action by saying, actually, can I kick this table aside, or how does this? Is this how big is this?
You can kick it aside like a boss. Yeah, sure.
All right, I'm going to kick it aside and say, Pirik, get behind me in case they come through this door.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That guy's dead. So moving on.
Question, Russ. Now that we're back at the top of the round.
Well, not quite, but we're getting to be.
Okay. When we're back at the top of the round, I have a question.
All right. I just need to make a little perception check because the spider bit at him here. So let's see.
I did move too, so.
Yeah. Now he doesn't know you're there. Come to me, Grick, my brothers, to arms. I sense you near me. They call to us. And that's what he does. He's busy gricking. And now, Pyric, it is the top of a new round. What would you like to say?
Is it possible that we can combine cast a spell based on timing? So I now have Thunder Wave. I know Cowlick has Thunder Wave, and I know Ulrich had Thunder Wave. Can we have it so when Ulrich throws open the door, all three of us cast Thunder Wave into the room where the owl bear was?
I'll do it as long as Ulrich does it first.
Okay. A, I love this idea. And B,
Ulrich doesn't have Thunder Wave.
I do not have Thunder Wave. Yeah.
But he could open the door and then we could do Thunder Wave.
I think it's just if you all hold your actions.
Yeah, that's all you have to do.
You see the same moment, it would all go off at once. Yeah.
Because I
would allow it. We would do all the damage simultaneously from both spells first and then blow them back. So you wouldn't accidentally knock one of them out of the way for the other guy.
Yeah, mechanically, what you would just do is you're both before Ulrich. He's at the end of the round. So you just both position yourself and say when Ulrich opens the door, we both.
And then Ulrich pops the door. Yeah, there you go.
That's right.
What you got to hope is when you're standing back away from the door and you're waiting for Ulrich to open it, the chair is strong enough just in case the hobgoblins go first and try to bash in.
Right.
That's the only risk.
But Ulrich doesn't move away until the end of the round.
Yeah, you're probably fine. What could go wrong?
Don't worry. I'll be the stalwart, people. You shoot over me.
Yeah, I love this idea. This is cool.
Well, I mean, you still get your turn next round. So if you lose your shot because something weird happens, what else are you going to do anyway? I mean,
we will call this maneuver, this combined attack between Dan and myself, more cowbell.
And why would we not?
All right.
Excellent.
All right.
I mean, it's not like the whole castle doesn't know you're here already. Anyway. All right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they all know we're here. And maybe it'll summon a dragon. Who knows?
Hey, right. Get them all here. Right. All right. So, Pyric, what are you doing exactly? Oh, no, it's Shadeen's turn. Before we get there, you think it through because you got a couple activations here. Shadeen.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't have much of an option at this point. So I'm just going to start hewing down the people in front of me.
It's like Anakin Skywalker at a kindergarten.
I just wish I had more than one attack.
So don't be afraid to finish off that chanter because I screwed up.
Don't be afraid. He's having a good day, that chanter.
Yeah, we'll go against him first.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Master Shadeen, we're being invaded. What should we do?
So,
all right.
18.
That's a hit.
18.
Again.
You got him.
18. Both of them 18.
You're good with these advantages. You just roll the same number every time.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they hit.
Okay, and then
what is that goblin wearing, Russ?
Oh, he's wearing these really ornate little robes.
Plus 6. 15. Shunk.
They are back with leather though, so he's actually wearing leather armor. But yes, 16 will.
Are the two halves of his body still wearing leather?
You now cut him from stem to stern in twain.
All right. And then I'm going to take a step into the shaft. No, I don't want to lose. I'm going to just go here so I'm not in the same place.
Don't leave me hanging, brother. Don't leave me hanging.
No. I learned the hard way that even if you're in the dark, if you stand still, they hit you.
That's true.
All right. You get another sort of like twitch in your frontal cortex there, Shadeen.
I got a twitch in my. Oh, am I getting?
Doink. All right. Okay.
Get out of my head!
All right. So Shadeen is gone. Shadeen does cut him down and falls back. Okay. And great job, Shadeen. Shadeen does kill that guy. I got to make a note. Okay. Moving on. It is now a hobgoblin's turn. All right. So, Pyric, while you're still at the door and you have a chance to make a strength save here, because you're still standing there, I presume you got like you're sort of got that chair there, kind of, you tried to bar the door. So, someone on the other side of the door slams into it, trying to open it. So you get to make a strength saving throw, Pyric. And Pyric, I'm going to give you advantage on this roll because you had the forethought to wedge the chair under the door. So you have the added leverage of a chair and a door against this other guy's strength check. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
So strength saving advantage.
Since I use leverage, which is physics, can I use intelligence instead?
Oh. So you're trying to intelligence though? I might give you like acrobatics versus no, I think the intelligence is grabbing the chair. You got to go with strength, I think, on that.
Okay, then.
Yeah,
you can't hurt me for trying.
I know it's good. It's a good question. I mean,
but he can hurt you for like failing the roll.
You have an advantage though, so roll that again. You got a 4.
Advantage. So roll
advantage though, because your intelligence gave you an advantage.
Oh,
like Craig, 2 4s.
Wow.
So meanwhile, the hobgoblin, he rolls a 19. So your 4 was not enough. Basically, he spends his turn busting through the door. And Pyric, I'm going to roll that he shoves you in a random direction here.
Okay, that's fair.
All right.
Let's see. I'm going to use a D8, just an arrow on my side. Now it's not going to look the same as your side. I guess it did. 7. You go point. You kind of float this way next to Ulrich, and he steps into the room. That's really all he can do though, because his full action was to slam you through there and to take in the situation. He absorbs the fact that that there's a lot going on there, and he's a little bit overwhelmed. And it is, and he may have made a tragic tactical error. And it's Euphemia's turn.
Another lightning bolt would be awesome.
I wish. Oh my gosh!
Lightning strikes twice now.
All I'm saying is, I spelled so hard last time. I need a nap and a sandwich. I can't do that again.
Thunderwave, fine, man. Drop some Thunderwave on him.
Euphemia.
Thinking. I was going to free Gundren, but now seeing an opponent, I will shoot my bow. Can I do that at point blank or no?
Well, you'll have disadvantage for being in someone else's engagement.
Stabby McStab with your sword.
Unless you have a special rule.
Yeah, you'd have to disengage.
I don't have a special rule.
Russ, can you take out the door mechanic so I can see past the hobgoblin, please?
Oh, yes. I'd be happy to.
All right. I'm going to, Joe, help me do, I'm going to draw my short sword and short sword.
Yeah, short sword and attack. And it's the same as your bow, which is 3d6 plus yours, plus 4 for damage.
But attacking the second time, I have some sort of disadvantage or something?
Nope. You're just going to attack with your short sword. You get 1 strike, d20 plus your, so 14 total.
That's not going to hit.
Nope, you don't have my blessing.
You know what I do have? I do have a card.
Okay.
What's your card do?
I'm going to use it. 1d6 after making a skill or attack roll.
Yeah, throw it in there.
Roll well. You need an 18.
I don't know how to drag it into the playing field.
You got a 50-50 chance of hitting it.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do?
Oh. So 16, AC 16.
AC 16 against the Hobgoblin?
Yeah.
Does that guy have maybe if he doesn't have a shield? I don't know. He was bashing.
He's got chainmail and shield up, and his armor class is higher than that.
Okay. So my second attack, what happened, Joe? I just rolled a hit.
You don't get a second attack, only one attack, right? Why you get 2 attacks?
I thought there was some sort of multi-fighting thing.
He has 2 short swords, Joe.
Okay, so you just rank it's you don't get your ability. So you just roll a d20 again.
Okay.
Add 6 to that, so it's gonna be 17.
Not quite enough. He deflects that with his shield also.
And so you miss with both.
Okay.
Bang.
I swing and miss. And Russ, I do not know how to give you the card.
Just click it and then drag it out onto the tabletop.
Not working.
You could use your. Oh no, you can't do that.
You click it first, so it pops up on like a little gray screen, and you drag it out of the gray screen. There you go. Okay. Okay, Euphemia, nice job. Karluk, Euphemia, you just got surprised by this big bad armor dude, and he just like smacked down both your attacks like you weren't even a thing to him.
Yep.
And
the little flea.
You're all gotten the impression these guys are pretty good warriors. Karluk, it's your turn.
It is a fact. Minotaurs do not like to feel trapped. Kallik's going to move on over to here.
Oh, move. I see what you did there.
Move. And spot this hobgoblin right there.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Sleep on his location.
All right.
See how it goes here. Level 1.
Oh.
1 HP, sleep.
How much?
31 hit points.
31. Okay.
And it starts with the weedier ones.
The weedier guy. And what's the radius?
It would be...
It's 20 feet, I believe.
20 feet radius.
Okay. So you said how much?
31.
31. Okay. So I'm just going to put some thingies on here. Boop. And boop. The guy you can see, and then so 5, 10. So that's 22. Can't quite get him. All right. So the guy in the doorway standing next to Euphemia does not pass out. The guy you targeted the spell does not pass out, but you hear sort of a thump thump right next to him. So some people pass out, but not the guy you were targeting.
That'll work. All right. And then I'm going to move right on up into here and try to stop this guy from coming in the room.
Oh, all right. You're blocking me. All right.
Yep.
Never mind. I will stand right there.
Perfect. Thank you.
There you go. All right. Pyric Starfinder.
Oh, this is all very serious. I can't move out of his range without him smacking me, correct?
You can disengage.
Disengage, but then you wouldn't get an attack.
That would be your action.
Yeah, no, I need to do my part. That's not acceptable.
You could
all right.
Thunderwave.
But we just put people to sleep. So Thunderwave is. I know we were going to do more cowbell, but now we're doing nighty night time, maybe. Okay. Seeing what I'm gonna. I always want to just do what Kallik is doing. So I'm going to cast Sleep on the one that he targeted as well. Okay. But I'm going to make it level 2.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Why are you not working? Or are you working? Oh yeah, you were working. We'll do level 2 and submit.
Ooh, that's a lot of dice.
32.
32. All right. This guy, the guy right in front of you, passes out. But the guy you targeted does not.
Okay. Now can I move?
Yes.
That's what I'm going to do. Get out of the way.
So that's one way to do it.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. All right. And as you back up, you can kind of see through the angles of the door there that there's 2 other hobgoblins in the antechamber there that are also passed out. But the main guy, the guy wearing the half plate standing there, is like looking really frustrated, but not sleepy. All right.
Okay. That's excellent.
Okay.
You're going to have to use your nighty night stick on him, Ulrich.
What are the rules
Yes,
for getting, how do you wake people up?
You have to slap them. So noise won't wake them up. You're going to have to go over and smack them around.
It's an action to wake them up.
Yeah, it's a full action.
Okay.
Interesting.
He also, he may not know what happened to him either, unless
although he's been in a few battles and he does hang out with spellcasters, and 3 of his guys just fell asleep in the middle of battle.
But his spellcasters are all blasty.
And there were people standing there waving their arms going boogla boogla when it happened. So I think he's probably put 2 and 2 together. So
freaking hobgoblins are the most elite warriors I've ever seen.
They are. You should read about them. There's like a whole book's written about these guys. They're badass. Have you seen the picture, by the way?
Have you watched Euphemia and I Train?
Right. Anyway, here he is. I mean, look at that guy. Look at this guy. Tell me that guy's not badass. Seriously, right there. That's the guy that's standing there. He's pointing just like that, wearing that exact armor, and he's not sleepy. That's the one you're looking at right now.
So he doesn't have a shield?
That one does not have a shield, no. He's the one wearing half plate. His armor class actually is 1 point lower than the other guys.
That's what I'm shooting for.
Yeah, he's definitely a little weaker. Yeah, I think he would try to wake his troops up. He's going to step up here and try to block the escape. So he steps up one, and he awakens the guy right in front of him. So this guy becomes unawakened.
Maybe he'll do that for the next 3 rounds.
All right.
Works for me.
And that's him. And is there any chance the sleeping ones will wake up? No, it's just duration, right?
Duration, yeah.
All right. So he's
unless somebody spends an action waking him up.
He's out. And then the fun part. And then the fun happens. 5, 10, 15. So all these doors are open. And so this guy is going to, let me just double check and see what he can see. Perfect. Yep. He can see Ulrich's disc. He can see Karlach's disc. And he can see, yeah. So
I'm going to reaction counter spell.
Do you have a counter spell?
No.
Okay. I was going to say that'd be awesome. But that's sadly, you can't stop the fireball. So a fireball shoots out and lands right where I'm pinging, right?
I'm going to need new cousins.
I'm going to need new pants.
Karlach, don't forget, you and I both get plus D4 to our saves. Yes. My bless.
Does that basically get the whole room? Like,
yeah, it's going to get the whole room.
Get everything.
And he's
it won't get his guys because he can avoid his guys. Like you.
Yeah, he has Army Arcana, which allows him to choose any number of allies to be immune to the damage caused by the spell. So none of his allies get damaged, but pretty much everybody else in the room.
Does he toast the Adric and
well, they're both non-zero right now. So as long as it doesn't do, John, what's the instant death rules?
He would have to do take them below, so it'd be whatever their health is added on to their full hit points. He would have to do that in 1 round.
Okay, got it. So we're going to see if either of these guys survive, Joe. We don't know yet. It doesn't look good, but they might. So how many dice of damage does Fireball do? I'm going to look it up.
Crap ton?
It's 60. It's 86.
86. All right, here we go. Here it comes. We're going to roll once for everybody, and then y'all got to make some saves.
Yeah, I hope we get
some
ones.
86. Here it comes.
I need some rust luck right now.
Here's 5d6. That's not
15.
bad.
Yeah.
And then 3 more.
Yep, that's perfect. D4s are perfect. Love it.
Sorry, my bad. Wait.
We'll take
3 more. All right, it was 15.
That's even better.
The rust luck.
Plus 4. Only 19 points of damage. It doesn't kill the dwarves. Although they're a mess.
All right, make some, what is it, deck saves?
Yeah. You guys got lucky there.
The dwarves get to make deck saves, too, for whatever it's worth.
Wait, though. Hang on. Karlach. You're going to take extra damage, Karlach.
Okay.
All right. Who made saves so far?
I don't care what it is. I didn't make it.
Okay. So, Joe, you take the full 19.
I'll take it.
And Karlach, what was your save?
I failed to.
Yeah. So you take the full 19, but also.
I just said dexterity. Where's my save?
Maybe on the D4. I might have made it. Hold on. See, that would put me at 11. Nope, I doubt
11's not enough.
Yep.
Do I just hit the dexterity button on my?
Yes, hit the dexterity one underneath the proficiency bonus.
Yep.
Okay. Underneath the proficiency bonus?
It'll be an inspiration proficiency bonus, then strength, dex, con. Click your dex.
Click the word
turns
dex.
red.
You're fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Nat 20. What? Boom.
Nice.
Pyric, I'm going to give you still only take half damage, but I'm going to give you a nice blue card here. Here you go.
No, I'm going to get rid of this red card.
Oh, that'll work too. You can do that. Okay.
Right.
Excellent. So Pyric, you still take 19. You still take half of 19. So you take, was that 8 point of damage, or 9 points of damage?
Euphemia was totally caught flat-footed as well, and she took full damage.
So you took 19. Okay. Now, in addition to all that, this guy has one other ability, and that is he has Arcane Advantage, which once per turn, the Hobgoblin can deal an extra 2d6 damage to any creature it hits with a damaging spell attack if that target is within 5 feet of another ally or Hobgoblin. And sure enough, Karluk and Ulrich are both right next to this Hobgoblin that the leader woke up. So,
and Euphemia.
Yeah. So Karluk, there's a lot of orders about this Minotaur situation. So he's going to do it to you. So you're going to take an additional 2d6, Karluk.
Mm.
So here you go. Ready? You just take another 9 points of damage.
Uh-oh.
So Karluk, you should have taken 19 plus 9.
28.
28 total, yeah.
I took 10 there, Russ.
You should have taken 9.
No, you took a 9.
Okay.
So 7
if you made your
temporary.
save, you took 9. If you didn't, you took 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you're Karluk, you took 28.
So we're gonna go down like that friggin' owl bear right now.
Yeah, because he's probably got at least 3 more of those too. So
all right. So all right, what's the plan? That was his turn. And Grick is confused. So Grick's gonna make an intelligence check here. He doesn't know what to do. There's still a mess down here.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, 18. He's smart. Okay. The tentacle creature on the ground actually leaps up and tentacles to the ceiling and starts to head towards the exit and bumps into the spider. And he is surprised by this. So he doesn't attack, but now he knows you're there. So the tentacle creature is now right in your grill, John.
The grill is in your grill.
It's now a Hobgoblin's turn. He's sleeping, so nothing happens to him. And it's Thrall's turn.
I'm going to leave him attempting stealthily because I want to end up here, Russ. Nope, here, above these goblins.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
That's where I want to actually. You know what? I want to end up back over Shadeen.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to move there. So but it's only half my movement. So can I try to move stealthily?
Yes, go for it. You get advantage because it's dark.
Okay.
Ooh.
15.
All right. Pretty good. Okay, you can. He doesn't seem to attack you.
All right, and then I will attack. Actually, I want to be here where Shadeen is. I will attack this one I'm pinging, Russ.
Okay, yep.
I assume I have advantage because
you do. Yeah, you're totally surprising his butt. You hit him.
I
hit a crit.
So I am going to do. He's going to have to make a Constitution save, a DC 11.
Goes. He makes that.
All right, so he's going to take 12 points of damage. If he makes
you just spider sniped him. He just cut him down and he's dead. So Shadeen, you see the spider creeping on the ceiling and just one shot another goblin.
And that's my turn. It
was like a stealth kill in Amazing in Marvel Spider-Man on the PS4. Awesome. All right, moving on. Nice job, Thrall. Okay. Okay. So with the chanting goblin dead, it seems that another goblin has taken up to me, through the darkness I will lead. And this goblin and all of his little goblin friends. Basically, I'm moving all these goblins in the same initiative step, just don't have to track 30,000 goblins. So 1, 2, 3.
You say to bleed or to lead?
To blaze.
To blaze. So they come up and out of the darkness to the north. So they go running by you guys, actually. Shadeen, you get a free strike on one of them if you want.
Oh, do I get an attack?
Why would I not?
Yeah, you each get one, right, John? No matter how many go by.
One reaction.
Yeah, just one reaction each. So we'll each attack a different one, just out of hope.
You can if you want. You can. There's one, the guy that's saying to me. There's one like leadery type. So if you want to go after that guy, you could. Or the rest all do the same.
I'll attack the leader type.
Okay, go for it.
We have advantage too, right? Still?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Shadeen, if you spoke Goblin, you say to me, and lead them out.
So 23 should hit.
Wow.
Right.
And then
the
he's going to have to make
has leather and a shield, but not enough to stop that.
He has to make. That's not what I wanted. That last roll. I wanted to hit the attack button here, and he's going to have to make a DC 11 Constitution.
Here comes
save.
his Constitution save. He makes that one as well.
And he's going to take 14 points of damage.
You also cap him on the way by.
Oh, jeez.
And he's like, his chanting stops as well. And the rest of the goblins are like, They start running through the north a little bit afraid and freaked out.
Shadeen, did you attack one?
Not yet.
Roll, Shadeen.
You have advantage too.
Yeah. So this is +6 to these. So
21.
there's a 21.
You hit him. Roll damage.
And this is +6. 14.
You cut one down as they go by too. He's dead. And you hear as they go to the north, you hear them, they're kind of freaking out. They went from this like sort of creepy chant thing to they start running north. And then you hear a deeper voice in Goblin shouting something, but you can't understand Goblin.
Nope.
But those of you in the other room can kind of hear this because the doors are all open. And some of you can see the spell casting guy like, stop, you fools, form up. And he's trying to rally the goblin troops who have seemed to have broken under the weight of striking from the darkness and slaying their leaders and other types. And speaking of that, it is the end of another round. Shadeen, what are you going to do? You just cut down a goblin like it was nothing.
Yeah. So
but I just got skipped totally.
Oh, did I? Sorry.
Oh,
I got one.
Wow. Just like that.
Wow, just like that.
I'll tell you what, Joe, go twice.
I will take that. All right. So I'm going to move up so I can see what's going on here. Where's the caster? Can I see the caster? Is this the caster here?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Oh, decisions. I don't know what everything else there. All right. Oh shit! I can make concentration thing to see if I lose my bless.
Oh, there you go. Yes.
So let's let me make that so I didn't lose
fireball.
my bless.
Oh, yeah. Joel. Like Ulrich, good doors make good neighbors.
Yep. So my bless is still up.
Nice.
All right. So if I kill, here's the question: if I kill this guy, do you think I can close the door again, or is the door gone?
No. If you killed him, you could close the door. Yeah, the door's not damaged.
All right, because
it's a little blackened from the fireball, but the fireball hasn't done any permanent. This place has seen a lot of damage over the years.
Well, I'm thinking if I misty step out here, I can attack him.
Yeah.
Or I can.
I mean, the captain might pull off a deck save to stop you from closing the door in time, but
we're going to find out.
Good chance.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
So we're going to step here, attack with advantage on this guy here.
Yep.
And then we'll see what the dice gods give me. Right now I'm role playing through killing. Okay. And advantage. Give me a 20 of that. Mama needs a new pair of shoes. 17. Oh, but I get an additional D4.
Yeah, he's an armor class 18, so you were going to miss him.
So it's going to be a.
You get him. The blessing carries your blade home.
Go bless again. All right.
Roll damage.
He's going to take 8 points of slashing damage.
All right. He's still up.
I am going to. They can move through their own guys. Is the problem. They can't get that far. So I'm going to stay there. And I'm going to issue this. This seems to be the leader guy here, right?
Oh, yes.
So in common, it goes.
You want to see a picture again? He looks really cool.
No, well, he doesn't look as cool as me. That's all I know.
All right.
Hear my words, for they are true of Moradin. You kidnapped my kin. We have rescued them. Stand down before you all die. We have only begun to fight. And I'm going to try to intimidate him to let us.
So, Joe, before you do that, as you look at him and say this, you think he looks familiar.
Well, I forget his name already. Bobo? What if I forget his name?
It was Captain Zoka or Zola.
Zoka, is that you?
Like, you bested me once, but it is my turn now.
Well, so much for turning him.
Does he have a big scar?
Big scar in his face. I'm like, we totally bonded over weapons and shit. Now we're gonna kill each other. So be it.
He got a lot of hit points back really quickly. We had destroyed that guy.
We could settle this one-on-one if you'd like. Just you and me. The best one wins, and not have our men die for us.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, make a persuasion check. That's good.
I will do a 100
I don't think you can take him, but go ahead.
I bet your ass I can take him. He's all by himself. So it's perception? No, persuasion.
Yeah.
You know it, baby. Watch this.
So you have a card of some kind.
You do.
Yeah, that's for when they hit me.
Okay.
Did you get a 7? Is that what just got?
I got 8 plus 2, 7 altogether.
All right,
2
plus
plus
he does
5.
worse. Oh! He says, "You have fought well in the past. Give me your word of honor that it is you and I, winner take all, fight to the death."
Done.
He holds out his hand in a warrior's embrace.
I will clash. Well, I'll clash my sword against my axe against the sword.
All right.
Yeah,
Clang,
socially
clang.
distance, guys. Come on.
What's that?
Social distancing.
Hey, do you text the spider and the shadow child? Because we don't know that we're supposed to stand there.
We don't know there's a
So hang on. So that's happening. So the stand down is only occurring so far up there. That was Joe's turn, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So Joe forgo his action there. We're going to see if the captain forgo and his crew here forgoes theirs. It's now, although he does give out an order in Hobgoblin that
isn't it Shadeen's turn?
It is about to be, yeah. So Shadeen, you're up.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming since the ceiling is only 10 feet high, that I could step here and I could hit this guy here.
Oh, yeah. He's hittable.
So that's what I'm about to do.
He thinks he's being really stealthy because,
Yeah. Well, I'm screaming, "Shadow Child will end you!" And I'm going to hit him with a plus.
You guys might hear that down the hallway. Where you
still, yeah. I give you my word. We mean peace. I will end you.
All right.
So this +6 on both of these.
Oh yeah, you hit him.
19 is a crit because he's cursed.
Oh yeah, it's a crit. Nice job, Craig. Let me go to the crit deck.
Kill him.
Hit him again, Patty.
Crit deck. Critical hit for players. Here we go. Shuffle them up. All right. Craig, you're using, what kind of weapon are you using?
A giant axe.
Oh, bladed weapon. Sweep the legs, or in this case, tentacles. You do maximum damage, and the target must make a DC 14 dex save, or he's going to be knocked prone.
So that's 18 points of damage.
So he takes 18 points of damage, and I'm going to rule he falls off the ceiling if he fails the save. So he's got to make a, what do we say? A DC 14 dex save. So here he comes. This little weird tentacle creature is going for his dex save here. Oops, it does advantage. I hate that. Rolling, gets a 14 plus 2 is 16. He's okay. He actually makes his save and stays stuck to the ceiling, but you hit him nicely.
Is he bloodied yet or no?
He is bloody. Yes, he's very bloody.
Okay.
Yes, he is bloody. All right.
I'm going to step over here.
Okie doke.
Oh, wait, no, I don't want to do that because then I leave my friend in the open.
You get a little twinge in your frontal cortex again.
Of course I do.
All right.
I'm doing my best.
The other the hobgoblin next to the captain. So Ulrich has just issued a challenge, a duel challenge to the captain,
Agnikai, if you will,
who seems to have accepted the duel, and so the other hobgoblin says in common to Euphemia, I've heard of you, assassin. Order your crew to stand down for a battle of honor. Something you know nothing of.
Dems are fighting words.
Yeah, we already started the fight. These guys are
get out of here.
Euphemia's thinking we should have never left this bastard alive. Is that what she's thinking?
That's right. I look to Ulrich.
We're going to need to change your scorched earth policy.
It's better that one of us die and my kin get out of here. They've obviously already killed my brother and our shadow child.
I sheathe my swords, and although my cheeks are red with anger, and I step this way, and I wait for Ulrich to begin the fighting. Is this guy asleep?
No, he's awake.
No,
okay,
he's awake.
I wait till they pay attention to Ulrich fighting, and I will unmanacle this one.
All right,
Gundren. Do you want me to roll it now and then you time it, or you'll tell me?
No, we'll do it later.
Are those two on death's door? Because they got blown up by the fireball. Right?
They are on death's door. Actually, they are bleeding out right now. That's right.
You can use the medicine ray.
Use medicine or something to try to stop them from bleeding out.
Yeah, you can use a medicine roll.
Oh, I didn't know I could do that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a DC 10, and you just get your wisdom unless you're.
You click medicine. Click the medicine skill. And roll well.
19 is good. So one guy.
So I'm gonna put a red dot on. Which one did you help? So Gundren is fine now, but Adric is still bleeding to death.
And I'm also bloodied. I don't know how to give myself a red dot.
I can do that. Okay. So excellent. Good. So Ulrich's got a call for Battle of Honor to single combat to the death.
Do we have any healing potions or anything?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't get those.
And
if we complete all these quests,
actually, you had some. You drank them all. And
we had one.
Yeah. Well, that's some. And then the
math checks out on that.
And then also Adric is bleeding out. Is a good. Okay, perfect. All right, I love it. And next up, it is Euphemia. You went, you bandaged, you helped him out, and you sheathed your weapons. Karluk, this guy is staring you down, also kind of like giving you the glare, like kind of like shaking his head towards Euphemia, like follow your boss.
I'm going to bonus action healing word Gundren again.
Well, wait, Adric's bleeding out.
That's Adric.
Gundren was stabilized, so you'd want to do
we're all
that.
pinging the same one.
Right.
Heal this one.
I'll do the other one then.
All right.
And then I'm gonna stare at the hobgoblin captain and say, "We already killed the black spider. I think right now is time for cider." And just take a big old swig of ale or cider if I have some.
You should do that as an intimidation.
Yes.
All right. Karluk heals the. Karluk heals him.
Yep. Just throwing a little intimidate. Aldrich's way. There we go. Or Ulrich's way.
Ooh. What'd you get?
A 20.
Oh yeah. He actually can't meet you in the eyes right now. He looks away.
Yeah. That's right.
Pyric, you're up.
I think it's because your udder's hanging out.
You check it.
I left my zipper down.
XYZ. PDU. XYU. XYU.
Examine your udder.
Examine your udder.
Lend me your udder.
He's got a little teeth showing.
Wait, that's not an udder. He's a male.
Wow.
Have you ever asked? You don't know.
I don't know what happened there. Okay.
You led the way in that one, Russ.
We're about to die.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm gonna hold now that I recognize this guy and I had marked him before, it is all we have now gone from ice to fire. So I am I'm going to hold Flaming Spear if I see the back caster start casting a spell. I'm going to let it go.
Okay.
Hey, just a thing I'm going to throw out to the group there. This guy didn't keep his word. Just saying.
Oh, it's true.
All right.
I was thinking the same thing.
One more fireball in this room. We might be down to like.
I know you got to do what you're doing. I'm all for it, but
yeah.
No, I'm
gonna hold. No, we have to get the hostages out of there. That's what made me like. Yeah.
No, you did the right thing, Joseph. That was very clever.
No, it's very smart. I love it. You guys have a way of getting out of these really, really deadly situations. I'm really impressed.
We have a way of getting into them too, apparently.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, apparently there is no easy fights.
Nope. All right. Pyric, so you're readying. So what are you doing, Pyric? I'm going to make notes because I think we're going to have a really dramatic pause here right before the one-on-one combat.
Flaming sphere. If he does anything with magic, my magic drops on him first.
All right. By Pyric. All right, Pyric has the flaming sphere ready. I love it. Okay. It's the captain's turn, and he strolls in. He turns back and shouts, which some words in Goblin that don't have a direct English translation, but Pyric, you're so fluent in different languages, you get the general meaning is honor warfare, single combat, and you can see down the corridor that the spellcaster relaxes out of his battle casting stance.
I speak Goblin. I nod back to him.
Yep. And he walks into the middle of the room and back to this corner, unless someone tries to stop him. And he gets back to this corner over here. And he takes a stance and he points to you, Karluk, and he gestures you out of the way. Like he wants to stand in the middle of this room and fight. Fight the dwarf.
Does his hand shake when he's pointing because he's so intimidated?
He doesn't look super intimidated right now. All right. And it is the this guy's sleeping, so he doesn't do anything. The spell casting one walks up to the doorway and just stands right here with his legs sort of akimbo and his arms crossed, and he's kind of looking into the room, watching and kind of almost daring someone to try to leave. And
I smite him.
It is meanwhile at the other end of the room, in a fight for their lives, there is this creature hanging from the ceiling. Shadini thinks it knows where you are, but that's all it does. So it's going to strike out at you with disadvantage.
All right.
Here comes his first strike. What's your armor class?
17.
That's a miss. Yeah, he just whiffs with his tentacle, and that's all he does. He's like barely hanging on for dear life. And it is another hobgoblin's turn, but he's sleeping. So Thalric, it is your turn here. We'll go to the end of this round, and then we'll take a pause at a dramatic moment. But Thalric, you're up.
All right, I will slide up to my my buddy here, and actually, I'll just go over the ceiling with him, and then I will attack the whatever that beaked brain thing is.
Okay.
And so I will attack the advantage. Hope
the beaked brain thing.
So those should hit. So he's going to need to make a Constitution save, unless he's immune to poison. That's a pretty crappy roll on my 2.
Yeah, it's bad as it gets.
Here comes his Constitution save. He fails that, so what's his total damage?
So he takes 13 13.
Oh yeah, you bite deep into him, and he just like loses his grip on the ceiling and drops to the floor in a slump of tentacles.
I drop him at like a faithful pet. I drop him at Shadeen's feet.
I kick the body and I look up into the thin air and say, "I hope you're happy."
Uh-oh.
All right, you get a little thing in your frontal cortex.
Whoa.
Of course I do.
Craig, you get this card. Take it into possession.
How do I do that?
It's right in front of you. See it?
Yeah. What do I
click
do?
on it. Just take this card. Just take card.
What? Take card?
Yeah.
Where does it say that?
If you right click on the card.
Yeah. Oh, got it. Okay.
There you go.
Thank
Did you read it?
No. Should I?
So when you want to use it, use it. Okay. So you got a little blessing.
Oh, cool.
All right. And it is Thalric went, and it is all the goblins' turns, and they start chanting Marsha, Marsha.
I just lost my card somehow.
Oh, that's a shame. I'll give you another one.
I thought his name started with a Z. It's Marsha.
No, it's Marsha.
That's a goblin word for combat. And they come, which also, it's also a Brady Bunch reference. Good job, Joe. And they come purring in and they start like sort of pawing at but they do wake up these other goblins. Come on, you got to watch this. So the goblins come in and start waking up the other hobgoblins so they can all see the fight. So everybody's awake now.
I found the chef.
Oh yeah, the chef forgot to move. The chef's lost in the darkness, muttering to himself. He doesn't know what to do.
Oh, the chef is about to die.
The chef is down there near the spider.
Sorry, there's no truce at this end of the castle.
He's lost where he is.
They will not
goblins
eat well
are all
tonight.
trying to peek in. So if you guys look through the doorway, so as we end tonight's session, it's actually Ulrich. You get the last say tonight.
All right, I'm going to step up here by the blessings of Mord, and will this battle be to the death or to the pain?
There'll be pain, and there'll also be death.
I'm going to, as I step up there and square off, I lay on hands myself to max my hit points out.
Nice. All right. Okay. So this great pause point here. Those of you who can see down the corridor can see there's all these goblins and hobgoblins trying to look around the very serious stanced spellcaster, all looking into the room. There's this one wounded goblin. He is actually bloodied in the doorway, who is also kind of keeping the doorway blocked. Karlik is just the Ulrich is staring down the captain, and standing between them is Karlik, just like eating his food there. And that's a good spot to pause it.
All right.
Excellent session, everybody. Next week we'll find out what happens in this single combat between Ulrich and the captain.
I challenge you to Agni Kai next week.
Agni Kai. Marsha.
Achievement unlocked. You've made it to the end of another D6 Generation episode, the podcast whose humor has universally been acclaimed as not too horrible. Please let us know what you thought of the show by emailing us at info@d6generation.com. If for some inexplicable reason you actually enjoyed this show, you can help others find out about it by leaving positive reviews on iTunes. Thanks for listening and happy gaming.